Hi guys! So I've been doing so much work in the garden lately, and I've been really curious about seeds. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is I brought with me some different seeds, and they all look very, very different. So I want to come over, and we're going to take a look at all of these different seeds. First, let's just look at how different each seed looks. You can see a teensy tiny seed, big seed, medium black seed, and a speckled seed. They're all different, but they all have 4 main parts. So this seed down here is a quinoa seed, and we have a peanut seed. A peanut is what you actually eat, and so is the quinoa. And over here we have a sunflower seed. There's a shell on the sunflower seed that you have to break open to eat the fruit of that. And this is a bean seed. So let's take a moment and let's learn all the different parts of seeds here. I brought with me a very special puzzle from the school that shows us all of the different parts of the seed. So this purple part is the first part we're going to talk about here. And this part is called the seed coat. And the seed coat protects this little baby plant that is already inside the seed that you need to nurture with sunlight and with water. So that little baby plant is already inside of these seeds, but it's our job to nurture it with different things that it needs to grow. So we have the seed coat, and then inside the seed coat, we have the cotyledon. And the cotyledon is a little bit like meat. We call it the meat. This is the part that the little baby seed eats as it's growing. So the seed core and the cotyledon. And in here we see the little baby plant that is already alive in here. And this little baby plant is in 3 different parts in here. And here. So this baby plant that is inside of our seed is called the seed embryo. So we have the seed embryo, the cotyledon, and the seed core. So the seed core protects both the cotyledon and the seed embryo. It's thick and it's hard and it protects it. And then the cotyledon is kind of like the meat, and it gives the seed embryo all of the nutrients it needs. So the cotyledon is the first meal that the seed embryo is going to eat. And then, if we look over here at our puzzle, we have one more piece left. And this is a part of the seed embryo. Once it breaks through the cotyledon and breaks through the seed core. So we're going to take a minute and we're going to look up here at this. This shows us the progress, the story of a little bean seed from being in the ground. And we see that the seed embryo has broken through the cotyledon and it's broken through the seed core. And it has made what we call the root of the plant. And then a little while later, we see that the seed embryo has broken through the seed coat and broken through the cotyledon. And it's coming up out of the ground as a plant. So we all of a sudden see a root, and we see the green stem of the plant, and we see that the seed embryo has broken out of the seed core. And then it blossoms up, and we have the plant, and the fruit, and the leaves. And now we have a full plant with our stem and our leaves, and soon it will flower and produce bean fruit. And then the fruit actually is the seed. So it goes in one big giant circle. So most of the fruits, all of the fruits that we eat, contain seeds. And it's a little bit interesting and a little bit silly to think about the differences between fruits and vegetables. So fruits have seeds inside of them. So you guys know that we planted lemon seeds, so we know that lemon is a fruit because the seed is inside of the fruit that we eat. An apple is a fruit because you guys have seen lots of apple seeds and planted lots of apple seeds in our classroom. What else can we think of that is a fruit? What about a peach? The seed, the pit of the peach is the seed of that fruit. Have you ever sliced open a banana and saw all the little teeny tiny black seeds inside the banana? Oranges, kind of like lemons, so we know that they have seeds. So all of the fruits that we eat have seeds inside of them. And the vegetables that we eat, like carrots, grow on the part of the plant that we don't eat. So these are the carrots from last week that we had cut the tops off of and put them in water and put them next to a sunny window. And you can see already that the green things have started to come out. The tops of the carrots have started to grow again. And in this vegetable, in this carrot, the seeds come from this green part, which is the part that we don't eat. So if we were to plant these in the ground and let them go to flower, they would produce the seeds for carrot seeds. Okay, so I would like to do a fun experiment. I need you guys to find a bean in your house. It could be a green bean seed, it could be a dried pinto bean or a butter bean. Any kind of bean that you have in your house that is dry will work. What we're going to do for this experiment is we're going to see if we can watch our seed embryo come out of the cotyledon and come out of the seed core in front of our eyes. So what we're going to do is we're not going to use soil for this experiment. This process of the seed embryo coming out of the cotyledon and out of the seed core is called germination. And we don't actually need the soil for it to germinate. We can just use sunlight and water. So what I have is a little glass jar, and I have a pitcher with a little bit of water. I have a cotton ball, and I have my bean seed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cotton ball and put it in my jar. And I'm going to put just a teeny tiny bit of water to moisten my cotton ball. I'm going to put a little bit more in. You don't want the water sloshing around, but you want to get the cotton ball pretty moist. I got a little bit too much water that time, so I'm going to dump it back in. Then I'm just going to take my bean seed and put it in next to it. And I need to put this in a sunny window, and I need to check on it every day and see when our seed embryo breaks through the cotyledon and breaks through the seed core, and we'll get to see the plant actually growing up here. And once the plant gets about this big, you can actually put it in the soil and grow your very own bean plant. Okay, that was a very fun lesson, and it reminded me that last week we began working on a song by Woody Guthrie, and I was wondering if you guys have been working on it and would like to sing along with me. Guitar here, and we will play our song. Take your little hoe, dig a hole in the ground. Take your little seed and you plant it down. Tookie, tidal low. We'll all dance around, watch my little seed grow. Rain, it came and it washed my ground. Thought the little seed it was going to drown. So waited and watched, and I carried my seed to plant it again on some higher ground. Took a tidal load. Took a tidal load. We'll all dance around, watch my little seed grow. Well, the sun it came and my ground got dry. Thought the little seed it would burn and die. So I carried some water from the watering mill, and I said, little seed, you can drink your fill. Took a tidal load. Took a tidal load. We'll all dance around, watch my little seed grow. Well, the snow it blowed and the wind it did blew, and my little seed it grew and it grew. It grew up a cradle all soft inside. Our baby was sleeping there covered with vines. Took a